There are many classical music virtuosos, ranging from a guy who was completely deaf to a man who caused a full-on riot in a theater by playing his music. But who are the best classical composers? Revolutionary, crazy, and French. Claude Debussy was a man whose compositions evoke moods and colors rather than following strict classical structures. Debussy composed around 200 works during his lifetime, including orchestral, piano, chamber, and vocal music. But he is most known for his amazing piano pieces, like Clair de Lune. For me, he stands tall as one who broke tradition with his less-known pieces, one of them being Preludes, which is a 24-piece collection divided into 2 books, 12 preludes each. His specific style of composing is why I love his music. He was able to create something a bit chaotic, yet well-balanced. First Russian composer to achieve international fame, although he didn't start composing seriously until his 20s, which is late when we compare him to other composers. Although he's late joining to the music industry, he still has made a name for himself. He is the great man who used canons in his 1812 Overture, and the man who made 2 of the most recognizable ballets, Swan Lake and The Nutcracker. But surprisingly enough, Swan Lake was received poorly at its premiere in 1877, which is crazy for me, as it is one of the most exquisite ballets ever made. I guess this is just how time progression works. But still, for me his works are a milestone of art, especially the ballets. They're not just dances, they are emotional journeys blending choreography with breathtaking music. An Italian virtuoso like no other, Paganini is a child prodigy who began playing the violin at the age of 7 and gave his first public performance at the age of 10. He was the man who pushed the violin to its absolute limits. His technique was so out of this world that people thought he made a pact with the devil. That's where his title, the Devil's Violinist, came from. He, as a person, redefined what the violin could do, and his performances were a spectacle filled with flamboyance, drama, and amazing tricks. To this day, his 24 caprices are still considered the gold standard for violinists, and many still struggle to match his technical feats. For me, he stands tall as the pillar of violin virtuosi, and what captures his talent truly for me is his piece called La Campanella, where I can clearly see his technique crafting that special, vibrant and smooth feeling. Although he is one of the most talented musicians and one of the most recognizable composers of all time, I do not think he should be in the top spot. I love his music because you can basically hear the genius from every note. His ability to compose effortlessly made him and his works stand out from other composers of the time. But I guess this is what you get when you are, yet again, the so-called child prodigy, who composed his first symphonies when he was 5 years old. This talent was not the only factor that gave Mozart success. Also, his speed was remarkable. He composed a 2-hour opera called Don Giovanni in only 2 months. For comparison, Giacomo Puccini, another well-known composer, known primarily for his operas, composed his famous La Bohème in 1.5 years. But still, despite all of these amazing feats, Mozart still falls behind. Chopin is a rare case of pure talent. He was one of the greatest Polish artists to ever live, although he was half baguette eater, but I digress. At just 7 years old, Chopin has already composed 2 polonaises. Yep, you heard that right, 7. Just another child prodigy checking off the list. Besides that, he also composed around 230 known works, nearly all of them solo piano, and all of these were delicate, expressive, and full of emotion. I have always loved his music for its purity and clarity. The way he used only piano gave his music a calm vibe. It's almost like you can feel how the piano strings vibrate, soothing your mind. Plus, Chopin was a patriotic man who loved Poland with his whole soul and body. Sadly, he was forced to leave Poland due to political unrest, and then he died in France at the young age of 39, away from his homeland. But his heart will always be in Poland. Literally. After his death in Paris, his heart was smuggled to Poland and now rests in a pillar at the Holy Cross Church in Warsaw. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, the definite top 5 classical musicians. And if you don't like it, you can fight me. So yeah, bye.